basketball. A game of speed, skill, and strategy. It's a sport millions of people across the world are passionate about. But beyond the dunks, the buzzer beaters, and the iconic moments, there are some shocking, little-known facts that will leave you speechless. Welcome to You Won't Believe These Basketball Facts, Shocking Revelations. If you're a basketball fan or just someone who loves learning new things, you're in for a treat today. We've gathered some of the most mind-blowing basketball facts that you probably won't find in your average game highlights. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll be amazed at how much more there is to the game. You won't believe these basketball facts. Let's dive right into it. Fact number 1. Wilt Chamberlain, one of the greatest players in NBA history, set a record that still stands today. In 1962, he scored 100 points in a single game. That's right, 100 points. Not only was this a historic moment for the league, but it remains the highest point total ever in a single NBA game. Can you imagine what it must have been like to witness that in person? But here's the kicker, that 100-point game wasn't even broadcast live on television. In fact, only radio broadcasts covered the game, meaning most of us can only dream of seeing such an event in real time. Fact 2. On to fact number 2. Let's talk about the origins of the basketball hoop. Did you know that early basketball hoops were actually just peach baskets? That's right. The game was invented in 1891 by Dr. James Naismith, and the first hoops were simply peach baskets nailed to the elevated platform. And get this, there was no hole in the basket, so after every single basket, someone had to climb up and retrieve the ball. Can you imagine how much time was wasted just doing that? That's a far cry from today's sleek, modern NBA hoops, right? Fact 3. Now, here's a mind-blowing one. Michael Jordan wasn't always the basketball prodigy we know today. In fact, Jordan was famously cut from his high school varsity team during his sophomore year. It's hard to imagine, but it's true. He was considered too short and not skilled enough to make the cut. But, instead of giving up, Jordan used that rejection as motivation, and as we know, the rest is history. So, the next time you face a setback, remember, even MJ started from somewhere. Let that be a reminder that even the greatest athletes had to overcome obstacles to reach the top. Fact 4. Fact number 4, and this one is crazy, the NBA used to have a 4-point line. Yes, you heard that right. Back in the early 1990s, the ABA, American Basketball Association, experimented with a 4-point line in an attempt to spice up the game. The line was placed about 23 feet from the basket, making it possible for a player to score 4 points with a single shot. While it didn't last long, it was a bold attempt at changing the game. Can you imagine what would happen if the 4-point line was still around today? Would we see more crazy deep shots, or would that completely alter the way teams play the game? We'll never know for sure. Fact 5. Here's another incredible revelation. The longest NBA game in history lasted over 3 hours. In 1951, the Indianapolis Olympians faced off against the Rochester Royals in a game that went into 6 overtimes. That's a total of 78 minutes of playing time. To put that into perspective, today's NBA games only run for 48 minutes. So imagine playing for more than an hour beyond that. Now, that's dedication. 6 overtime periods, that's a level of endurance I don't think many players could match today. Bonus fact. Alright, here's a bonus fact that's going to blow your mind. There's an NBA team that has never had a losing season in the entire history of the league. Any guesses? That's right, it's the San Antonio Spurs. This franchise has managed to keep a winning record every single season since the 1997-98 season, and that's no small feat. The Spurs have been a model of consistency, excellence, and teamwork for over 2 decades. Led by one of the greatest coaches of all time, Greg Popovich, the Spurs have built a dynasty that is truly one of a kind in NBA history. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time with more amazing sports revelations. Until then, keep ballin'.